My youngest daughter told me today that I'm trying too hard on YouTube. I think she's correct, and I think you're trying too hard too. I started YouTube as a creative outlet around December of 2022. I later realized that even though it is hard work, I really enjoy it, love creating, and I want to seek doing this full time. Like many of you guys, I tried many different things. Beauty, fashion, lifestyle, basically throwing everything at the wall to see what would stick and what was kind of my thing. Then I decided to strategize. Still not super clear on what that means, but I decided to get clear on my vision, get clear on my audience, get clear on what I was trying to accomplish. I really wanted to identify my audience, get really clear on what I want to be known for, and decide what subject matter I want to realistically and financially pursue that I could be consistent with, and what gear would I need. In all that though, I was missing one thing, and I think that's the thing you're missing as well. YouTube was changing. People around the world were changing, and what they wanted from creators was also changing. I was an early adapter to YouTube. Started watching people in 2009, 2010, began studying it in depth around 2018, really formulating what I think was going to work for that time, because that was originally when I really wanted to start my channel, but I didn't, and that's a story for another day. 2018 was a time of highly edited videos, crispy thumbnails, ASMR came out around that time. Everything was big, hella extravagant. Fast forward to 2020, world goes through a huge change, the rise of things like TikTok, and then everybody bought YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. That was the time that short form content started to take over. So naturally, as a creator, I gravitated towards that. I tried to pump out as many short form videos as I could, which of course led to burnout a little bit later. When I finally decided to launch my own YouTube channel, that's when I stuck with the one video a week, because that was what worked, at least so I thought. And to be honest, that one long form video a week really felt like I was doing a lot, because again, I was doing way too much. I was working full-time job, raising children, still trying to create these high quality videos with hella A-roll, hella B-roll, fancy editing, all that I was learning on the fly, by the way, which turned into terrible turnaround time. I think back then it was taking me like 3 or 4 days to get one edit done, and that's not consistent, that's not really doable, and that's definitely not gonna help you grow. And it just became really hard. How many of you have said, oh, I can't do this, YouTube is too hard, it's too much work? That literally was me thinking like, okay, this is too much work. I even took a break for a couple months, and I came back and was like, okay, we're gonna do it totally different, but it kind of ended up being basically the same. All around this time, it's late 2023, early 2024, but that just wasn't my only problem, because as you remember, YouTube is also changing. Early 2024, YouTube became a different animal. You had all the drama in the world, you had things like TikTok bans and different presidencies, but it was more than that, because remember, TikTok is changing at this time. You got all this drama happening in the world. People were changing the way they consume content and changing what they were looking for in creators. Every platform now had short form video, and to be honest, most people were short form video out. There was only so many 60-second videos that you can watch before you're like, all right, I need a break. People were now gravitating back to long form content. They wanted more connection. They wanted something that felt real. You know, people who were talking to the camera face to face, having meaningful conversations with you. And it felt more personal, more meaningful. No more highly edited videos, just people that were normal people living their normal lives, telling normal stories about things that they've been through and things that they were doing. Storytelling. During this time, you had the rise of the comfort creator, the person that's face to face talking videos where we were having conversations that felt meaningful. And that's what the new consumer was looking for. They were yearning meaningful connection. That's what's been working on YouTube to date. Those are the creators who are growing the fastest. And to be honest, I knew that last year, but I just kept trying to fight it, kept trying to go against the grain and make myself work harder and do too much and overthink. Are you doing that same thing? Because I know I definitely was. And I think I have some reasons why it seems like we are doing way too much and overthinking YouTube as a whole. Let me know if you agree in the comment. And while you're there, like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Number one, we're all trying to keep up with some established YouTubers. I know you watch their videos. They are so good, like crispy, almost feel like you're in 6K. The editing is immaculate. It's just beautiful work. But sometimes we have to remember that most of the YouTubers, especially especially the big ones that you're following, have been YouTubers for over 5 years. They do this full time. Most of them have an entire team, or at the very least an editor. So trying to keep up with them at this stage when we're just starting out, it's not gonna work. It's too hard. You're making yourself work too hard, overthinking, and you're not able to get out as much videos as you can because you're trying to do all these fancy edits. You're trying to make sure that your clips are pretty. You're trying to cut out every single breath. You're trying to be a world-class editor when you're just basically an amateur. And another thing, most of them may not be balancing all the things that you're balancing. Full-time job, kids, families, sports, your own life, jobs and jobs and jobs. And probably the most important thing to remember is they started YouTube at a different phase. The phase that was not where we are today. And that makes all the difference. So as hard as it is to swallow, and this is also a thing that's just a hard lesson to learn as an adult, you've got to run your own race and stay in your lane. Number two is that you're trying to talk to every single human on YouTube. And if you're trying to reach everyone, you're probably going to reach no one. So it's really important that you try to establish your audience, even if it's just loosely established. For example, my audience is women-based, 35 to 50. Pretty decent size. These are women who probably aren't worried about how fancy your edit is or how many transitions and animations you have. They're probably just trying to get the information. They saw your thumbnail, thought it was interesting, and they're trying to hear what you have to say and determine if it would be worth their time. A lot of these women are working moms, independent women, head of household, and they're usually on the go. Very busy people who are watching your videos in the car, at the carpool line, while they're eating their lunch, in between meetings, or sometimes have it on while they're working from home, which I can appreciate. Thank you for having my videos on while you work from home. Don't forget to like them. I know me personally, I tend to watch a lot of videos while I'm driving home from work, to and from work. Just gives me something else to listen to, and I don't really need all the fancy effects because I'm not really watching for that. I'm more listening to the information, trying to see if it's valuable, if it's teaching me something, or if I'm getting some sort of entertainment from it. So you need to figure out who you're talking to and how to maintain their attention. Now this next reason, they started looking outside, so I'm a people watcher. Nosy. This next reason only applies to women. It does not apply to men. There's a huge double standard there, but we as women tend to overthink our appearance, or worse, use it as a barrier to creating videos. How many times have you said, I don't know, my hair don't look good, I don't have no makeup on today, I can't get on film like this, or a personal favorite, I don't really like this outfit I'm wearing, I can't get on camera like this. And those things have stopped you from recording. And I get it. I know you want to show up as the best version of yourself at all times. That I understand. But remember, we're in a different phase of YouTube. I always feel like we're under more societal pressures, and including the pressures we put on ourselves to look a certain way, be a certain way, carry ourselves a certain way. But man, I have been watching the male YouTubers age right in front of the camera. Beards, full heads getting gray. A lot of these guys have been on YouTube 10 plus years and they're aging. They barely putting on face moisturizer, barely getting their beards trimmed, hair's looking all out of whack, and no one says anything. Meanwhile, the female YouTubers are literally aging backwards. I have watched people like Jackie Ina's look just like the youth is just pouring out of her as she's aging. I mean, sometimes bro won't even get a fresh haircut, edge up, something before turning on the camera. Whereas women, fresh style, fresh makeup, edges gotta be laid, full jewelry setup, and a banging outfit. The fact that the males can age right in front of your face while the female YouTubers are aging backward is nothing but the patriarchy. We've got to stop letting it affect what we do. We're just doing too much. As of late, I've started to treat YouTube like a come as you are place, a safe place where I just come as I am and my community is gonna accept me. Yeah, some days I'm gonna have a full face of makeup on, banging outfit, all the things. While other days will still be me playing me, giving big main character energy. Because the point of all this is to build community. Now, we can't speak on overthinking and doing too much on YouTube without talking about the elephant in the room. I'd like to think this is not an issue for me, and maybe we've both been pretending that it's not an issue, but I think it still is. And that's caring what other people think. Now, I'm gonna be really gentle and hold your hand when I say this, but one of the main reasons you and I are overthinking and doing way too much for and on YouTube with our content is because we care about what other people think. Whew. There it is. We said it. We all said it out loud. We have now acknowledged the problem, which is the first step to working on it. One of the only ways that I can think of to correct this issue is by constantly filming yourself. Just putting your camera up and filming yourself. Doing regular random things. Washing dishes, taking your hair down, making your bed, putting clothes away. Just keep the camera rolling. Film yourself with other people. Film yourself talking to other people. Film yourself talking to the camera and having a conversation with yourself on the camera. On the camera? In camera. I don't know which one sounds better. The more conversation conversations you have with the camera, the more comfortable you will feel with yourself. And you won't feel so theatrical when the camera comes on. That's something I noticed myself doing a while back, and that really helped me by just turning it on, talking to the camera at random. And a bonus is that you will build a hell of a B-roll library. But tip, make sure that you meticulously organize it so that you can search it up and use it as content for later. Now, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or you're just starting out, I have a free YouTube checklist in my stand store that I'll definitely link below. If you get it, let me know what you think in the comments. YouTube has changed and people are looking for something real. Real community, real creators who show up as their authentic selves. Not a bunch of scripted, theatrical entertainment shows. They can watch regular TV for that. Now's the time to decide how will you show up and how will you grow. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more and share with a friend that you think is overthinking YouTube. And I'll see you soon.